Hi there, it's another tarot sesh for Capricorn. I'm the Cannastrologer. My name is Abby, and this is a reading for the full moon, lunar eclipse, end of March, Easter, beginning of Mercury retrograde, starting on April 1st. I mean, like, what else is there? Like, seriously, there's a lot going on. So, Capricorn, I'm going back to how I used to do my readings last year, where I talk about a lot of the astrological things that are happening first, because we have a lot, and it all plays into each other. And then I'm going to get into the tarot, and I've switched up my spread a little bit. I'm going to start with Oracle first and then end with Tarot. It's been working out really well. So, and let me know how you like it. If you like it, drop a comment in the comments below. And then welcome back, all of my returning subscribers. Thank you for being here. Love you lots. And for those of you just joining and visiting this channel for the first time, hello, thank you. Make sure that you like, share, subscribe. Hit that little notification bell. That way you get notified of all of my upcoming content. I try to post weekly, and I also do monthlies and little this and that's and lives here and there. So just, you can be surprised. I'm actually going to be on much more of a schedule moving forward from this time, and you'll find out why starting April 1st. So check it out. So, Capricorn, where do we start? For those of you that have been watching my channel for a while, you know that I do every year an annual reading at the end of the year for the upcoming moons. So in 2023, I did what's in store for 2024 with the 12 moons. And for the full moon in Libra, it's the worm moon. The cards that I had picked, and this is for the entire collective, like all signs across the boards. The cards that were pulled was the Seven of Pentacles, which talks about growth. I picked Snow Quartz. I found this one in my front yard, but it's Snow Quartz, and it means white light. So many of you could be, connecting with your spirit guides, higher powers, ancient ancestors, take it as it resonates, and, having like connection with spirit. And then I pulled the mustard faith card. So it's mustard seed, mustard, the condiment. But it stands, spiritually speaking, for faith, having faith in something, having faith in what you're doing or what's going on at this time. And then message was attend to details. Then I also pulled the Justice Ma'at card. Excuse me. Ma'at is a Egyptian goddess. And she's all about balance, diplomacy, justice, truth, and honor. It's card number 5. So 5, 7, and 8 are numbers that might be significant to you. And then I also pulled the She of the Lotus card. It's a feminine energy, so like just feminine energy, whether you're a female yourself or it's your feminine side masculines or you support feminines. Like, this plays a big part of the energy of this time of the moon cycle. And then numbers number 43, 44, and 54 could have significance. So anytime we're having a full moons always provide clarity, energy, great time to cast spells, channel your inner power, make your moon water, cleanse your crystals, every full moon, right? Now, with it being in Libra, it's all about diplomacy, balance, working on relationships, letting things go, speaking up to what you like, for what you believe in, which makes sense because Libra is an air sign. Air sign energy is all about communication, and because it's Libra, balance, the scales, justice, like truth and justice, speaking up for what you believe in, it all plays part with each other, and also balancing and socializing. So now, because it's the lunar eclipse, now let's talk about throwing gasoline onto the fire. This marks, and I say fire also, we're in Aries energy, we're in Aries right now, season of Aries, so it's fire energy. This marks an energetic ending or culmination point when it's a lunar eclipse. So if an eclipse sign coincides strong with any of the signs within your natal chart, there will be exciting turning points in your life. So if you've got Libra anywhere in your natal chart, you could have some extra energetic experiences where it could involve culmination points or something having to do with justice, law, court decisions, things like that. We see a lot of things going down right now at this time anyway. Okay, so the song that I had for you, Capricorn, when I was getting all the cards together, it's called The Door by Teddy Swims. Now, I am not a huge Teddy Swims fan, and it's not that I'm not a fan. I like his music. I just don't listen to him a lot, right? I'd never heard the song, really liked it. It's called The Door. And then some of the lyrics is, I don't want to lose you, baby, but I can't play this game no more. I thought it would kill me, but tonight I saved my life when I showed you the door. So, whether this is you or another person, I'm feeling like there's somebody that's like realizing that like I should have just showed you the door a long time ago. Like I should have just, it's like I feel like this is somebody that saw the signs. It was like repeated cycles, and you saw what could have happened, but you waited, or they waited. Take it as it resonates. And then it was time to show someone the door. Just be like, you know what, I'm done. Out. Finished. We are done. Da-done. Right? And it's like, you may not like hate this person or anything. It's just, you know that you're not a good match. Not a good connection. It doesn't have to be romantic. This could be in business. This can be platonic, friendship, relationship, be a job. It's like, I tried it out. Didn't really want to lose you. Made good money, but it's just not a good match, Capricorn. Underneath the deck, we have got, this is really interesting. So we've got number 19, balance. In this oracle deck, this would be the card most representative, most associated with Libra, the moon in Libra. And it's all about balance because of the scales. So it's funny that we have this. I feel like right now you're trying to balance out energy, balance out, where your train of thought, where your mind is at. Trying to keep balance between, work and home and, socialization and, personal time. The 19th, number 19, could be significant for you. 1 plus 9 equals 10. 10s are endings, but they're also beginnings because 1 plus 0 equals 1. So you could be experiencing some endings, but also looking at beautiful beginnings too. Ooh, speaking of looking at, then we've got the card number 9, and it's assessing, and I say looking at because if you see, she's like got a telescope, and she's like looking over at the moon. She's assessing. Now it's interesting because Scorpio also got this card, top of the deck, same position. So you could be, you could be watching a Scorpio. You could be assessing the situation, watching, looking. And it's funny because they had that same card too, so it's like they're assessing a situation at the same time. Whether or not it's the same situation, it could be completely different things, but you guys are in the same energy. Assessing a situation. So we have 9 and we have 19. So 10, like when I see patterns and numbers like 10s, things like that, this could be significant as well. So there's definitely a similar energy pattern. Somebody's assessing a situation in order to balance something out. Wanting to balance something out. You could be, you're assessing a situation in order to balance something out. What is it that you're wanting to balance, Capricorn? Make sure any of this resonates or gives you clarity, answers, or insight, that while you're watching this, you drop a comment in the comments below. I love getting feedback. It helps me know that I am on the same vibrational frequency as my Capricorns. That I love. I used to always say that I don't have any Capricorn in my chart, and then I realized, yes, I do. I have Capricorn South Node. Never knew that before. It just wasn't on. It wasn't in the charts, like automatically in the charts that I typically use. Anyway, it was a lesson learned. So underneath the deck we have Alice, number 12. Alice in Wonderland could be big to some people. Or you feel like you're Alice in Wonderland, like in the looking glass. Or like your life is like Alice in Wonderland. I always say that, actually. I always say that I'm like Alice because I always give really great advice to everybody else. But the reason I know it's great advice is because I have lived through it doing the complete opposite. It's just how I learn, right? Maybe there's a message there for somebody. And then we have number 3, death shall not take him. So this isn't as gruesome or as morbid as it sounds. This card is actually, I'm going to read the definition, but this card is actually about like coming back to life. Something's coming back to life. So death shall not take him. And then we've got Alice. 3. You know what's interesting? So death shall not take him is number 3, and then Alice is 12, but 1 plus 2 is 3. So again, we've got some synergy here, some symbolism. Wait, that's the wrong one. Okay, so Alice, this is the underlying energy. New worlds are calling you forth where old rules don't apply. It might seem strange or freeing or wild or even scary at first, but you are meant to explore these new worlds. You will gain so much from the experience. There's no need to be afraid. So, you could be assessing a situation, also looking out to balance a situation, but it's like it's new territory for you, completely new world. I'm hearing that mermaid song. Is it? No, it's Aladdin, A Whole New World. Anyway, this is like new territory. It's like upside down, you know. Neverland, basically. Also could be dabbling a little bit for those of us in the plant medicine space, in psilocybin and mycology, because I see a lot of shrooms around here. So you could be like looking into or assessing like plant medicine, something like that. Then we have, message. You are encouraged to follow that which is novel or unusual, that which seems to take you into new worlds, rather than making do with what has already been. Following those initial inspirations will open up doors for you and gain you entry into entirely new and exciting worlds. You are ready for the adventure, whether you know it or not. So, take that step. Take that trip, so to speak. I literally got a clarification on my phone when I said that. That's a message to somebody. Anyway, number 3, to each their own. Death shall not take him. So you are going to witness the impossible made possible. As I said that, my solar plexus chakra just like erupted. It wasn't, my stomach was not growling. It was like I felt a warming in my stomach. Whatever you think is lost is not. Whatever you think cannot be shall be. The universe is going to intervene, and what seems to be over shall in a new way live again. So sometimes just when you think it's all over, the 11th hour comes. You can practically hear the opening chords of your swan song, and when you have finally given up, suddenly, somehow, right before your eyes, everything changes. Just like that. You were free falling, and then suddenly you're soaring. Fate steps in, destinies are altered, and life demonstrates its creative restorative power, even if all seem lost. So the oracle of death shall not take him is a sign. No matter how defeated you feel, no matter how many dead ends you've encountered, how many setbacks, how many failures, no matter how impossible success may seem, the universe is going to step in and write things in your favor. So, why not just relax and bear witness to its impressive display of life-giving power with reverence and delight? So it's saying, don't freak out, calm down. You're assessing the situation. You're looking for that balance. But just know that what you're about to step into, it's going to happen. You just have to be willing to take that step. And it's going to take you to completely different worlds that you never even thought of. I like that. I like it a lot. I like that energy for you, Capricorn. You guys needed a good reading. Like that. Hit like if you feel me on that, because I know for those of you who follow me, it's like up and down all the time. You guys are everywhere. This is interesting. Somebody else had this card too. I want to say it might have been Scorpio, but it could have also been I don't know, Libra? It's exaltation. The Tao gives birth to all creation. Its virtue nurtures all beings, giving them a place of refuge and peace, and helps them grow. It is called the dark and mysterious virtue. I feel like this was Libra. Libra had this. So this is like, being under a canopy of trees looking up at the moon late at night. And this is talking about going within and saying it is called dark and mysterious virtue. It's like going into the void, doing your shadow work, getting right with yourself, facing your demons, doing your dark night of the soul. And what sucks is when, I say sucks, but it's like when you're doing this, it's like you really got to go it alone. You want the help, you need, you want to be guided. Some of us want our hands held, but it's like you're not going to learn anything about yourself if you're not doing it yourself. So you have to address yourself by yourself. Does that make sense? Okay. We're going to read these in just a second. Fearless. I've never had this card before. It's a picture of a spider. Fearless. When we celebrate life, we walk safely among the wild animals. Spiders could be significant to you or to someone. I don't know what kind of spider that is. I used to be terrified of spiders. I had arachnophobia when I was a kid. Legit. I hated them because they were always in my room, my bedroom. It was underneath a huge tree. They would always get in the vents, and I'd wake up and there'd be spiders hanging from my ceiling. Nightmares as a child. Okay? And then that movie Arachnophobia came out. I was done. I couldn't sleep in my bed for ever. So anyway, fearless. I've gotten over my fear. Thank you very much, because I realize, I realize the spiritual meanings behind spiders, and that they're just another, soul, body. It doesn't matter if they're not souls like us, whatever. They're another creature on this planet. They're here for a purpose, and it's not to kill us, right? At least most of them. I've had to experience a couple brown recluses, and the black widows, they're everywhere. So anyway, so when you choose to, and that's the thing, so that's what this is saying. When you celebrate life, you walk safely among the wild animals. It's your perspective. It's the way that you look at things. When I was a child, I was only taught to have fear around them because it was like a scary thing, and nobody taught me otherwise. Nobody's taught me the spiritual definition of what a spider meant, and that they were just another creature, and that they were there to keep the other bugs out of the house, like the ants and the mites and things like that. If somebody would have explained that to me, and I'm not blaming anything or whatever, but it's like I maybe wouldn't have had that fear. So now, even knowing that there's venomous spiders and stuff around me, it's like I know I can still walk safely around them. So let's get into the tarot. Actually, let's pick these up first. These are our tea leaf fortune cards. See what we've got to get started. What do we have for Capricorn, please? Peace, power, protection, and prosperity for the higher good and for the greater good. Thank you. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Underneath the deck, we have goldfish, increase in material wealth or spiritual growth. You guys are really like this energy so far. I really, really do. So that's great energy, goldfish. And then we had rainbow come out. The most difficult part of a situation is over. I feel like some of you have kind of gotten over this hump. For those of you that were going within, doing shadow work, I feel like you've already gotten through the nitty gritty. The hardest part of it is being really real with ourselves and realizing the really hard things, the really ugly truths, right, about us. And now you're coming out of that. Okay, I've accepted that part of me. Now what am I going to do to change it or fix it or make it better for myself, not others, but for myself. And now I'm moving out of that energy. I feel like that's the hardest part that you've gotten out of. But it also could be anything else. And then we've got chair filled. Someone new is entering your life. So you could have had an empty seat around you, empty chair. Take it as it resonates. And it's like you might have like a new work associate, a new friend, a new boo, you know. You do you, right? It's just whatever. But someone new is entering your life. Or it's like if you're like a boss or a CEO, it's like you might be hiring somebody that's coming on and filling a seat, right? What do we have for... Okay. Capricorn, anything else? Thank you. All right, underneath the deck, that. Take care. Enemies are working against you. All of us. Doesn't matter what sign you are. Everybody has enemies working against us. Always. Now, fair woman. It could be a fair woman. Dealings or relationship with a woman with blonde, gray, or white hair. So that could be your enemy. And then pig, beware of greed. Whether this is you or another person. Just beware of greed. And that could be because you have an increase in material wealth or spiritual growth that's coming in. All right, so what do we have for rainbow for Capricorn? Actually, hold on. Beginning energy. King of Cups. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. This could be you, though. Very emotional. In a good way. He's very wise and... leads and whatnot, but he leads with, it's like he leads with wisdom and facts and all of that, just like a king would. But he also has a side of compassion. Like he considers other people's feelings when he's making his decisions. So, what do we have for rainbow for Capricorn, please? You could just be like a very compassionate Capricorn. You could have a lot of water sign in your chart. What do we have for rainbow, please? Capricorn. Thank you. 2 cards. This one wanted to pop out because this was at the bottom of the deck. I may have already cut the deck. I don't know because I talk so much. And all of a sudden now it's like Spirit doesn't want me to talk. Excuse me. My daughter got me a Dutch Bros today. It's so good. She was bribing me. She knows Dutch Bros works. So, with the rainbow, we have the King of Pentacles. That's you. That's Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus energy. And this Big Daddy, he's money bags. He does well, makes good money, always working. Always, 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 always working, right? He only rests to sleep, basically. But he's very loving, very caring, takes care of everybody around him. Also, he's saving up a lot of money. Right now, could be saving because the worst part of his situation is over. You could be coming out of like a tough financial pinch or some kind of like a tough financial situation in which you were having to save up money and deal with, pentacles and holding on to things. So, and beware of greed. We've got that card down. It's down there, but beware of greed. So what's chair filled? Someone new is entering your life. What is that for Capricorn? King of Staffs. So this could be a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energy, or have that somewhere in their chart. Masculine energy doesn't necessarily have to be a masculine, but it could be. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energy. So could be entering your life. So the King of Wands is King of Staffs is somebody who's very attractive, kind of like a Don Juan energy. Everybody wants to be around him or date him. If he's single, if he's married, he's a passionate lover. He's very attractive, but also very good business-wise. Smart, like a very smart business sense, right? But they're looking at each other. It's like, so the King of Pentacles, which is you, has this very stern look about him. Like he's kind of like sizing this other king up. While this king is kind of like looking down. I'm not saying he's not powerful. I just don't think he's as powerful as the King of Pentacles. What is fair woman? What is fair woman? Three of Cups, it fell upright. So that's celebration. You could be celebrating with a fair woman or having some kind of like, it could be a party, it could be, partnership, some kind of celebration, happiness, having to do with a fair woman. What is Pig? Beware of greed. What is Pig? Beware of greed. Capricorn, what is Pig? The Lovers. What is this? Okay, I'm getting some weird things. I heard my little Miss Piggy. That might be like a pet name for somebody. If you're my lover, do not call me Miss Piggy. That's all I gotta say. But that's me. I can't believe that. Anyway, it's saying beware of greed. So it's interesting. Tate McRae has the song. It's called Greedy or something. I think, you know what? Hold on. I think that was Libra's song. Yes. And one of the things it says in that song is, baby, please believe me, I'll put you through hell just to know me so sure of yourself. Baby, don't get greedy, that shit won't end well. So this could be somebody, like a lover situation. It's like somebody just assuming that they know how the other person is, or just assuming that they have like control of the other person just because they're together. But it's like, don't get greedy with my time, my energy, because I do me, right? So beware of greed. This could be like, okay, for instance, you could be hiring somebody. If you're like a boss or a CEO, you could be hiring somebody and you're like, okay, I want you to do this and this and this and this and this, right? And they're just like, excuse me? I mean, yes, you may have hired me and I may be doing jobs for you, but it's like, don't get greedy. And depending on the contract and, all of that too. But it's like, careful how you handle somebody. Now, in a relationship, same thing. Like, you get into a relationship and all of a sudden, like, you're hanging out, you're doing more things, and before you know it, one or both of you is like doing chores, and it's like, don't get greedy with who does what. Especially in a lover situation, you always got to make sure that there's some kind of balance or an understanding of what that structure is. Oh, you know what? I also said that I was going to read what the fearless and the exaltation was, and I did not. What did I do with the book? Because it was behind me. Okay, so, sorry about that. So, underneath the deck, exaltation, because I didn't talk about this. It says, develop a sense of awe and connection to the world around you. Get out into nature and consider how everything is interconnected. Thich-Nhat, I don't know if I'm saying that right. We need to learn to see our physical form as a river. Our body is not a static thing. It changes all the time. So reflections. Look up and take in the sky day or night. Like you, it is limitless. Is it possible to find inspiration in this moment? And remember, your material body is made of all the elements. So that's the exaltation. Then we've got fearless. When we celebrate life, we walk safely among the wild animals. So the whole spider thing I was talking about. So the image of a large spider may ignite a fear response, which is what I talked about. As with most of nature, if you treat it with respect, there's nothing to be afraid of. Except for this name that I'm about to butcher. Anandamayi Ma teaches us the individual suffers because they perceive duality. It is duality which causes all sorrow and grief. Find the one everywhere, and in everything, and there will be an end to the pain and suffering. So reflections. Oh, tale number 50. When we are afraid of dying, we cannot live. And that's true. If you have a fear of everything around you, you're never really able to live. So, that was also a big theme in the Sagittarius reading, was fear. And I was saying there's nothing to fear but fear itself. So you may have some resonance there. You might want to go watch the Sagittarius reading. Reflections. Can you imagine a connection with this spider? How often are you afraid of the stories of life? And what would you do if you weren't afraid? I love that. Okay, so underneath the deck, we've got the Page of Pentacles. So it's like a message that could be coming in. Pages are messengers. They're usually younger energy. This is Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus energy. It could be like a child delivering a message, or it could just be a message of anything that has to do with, pentacles, money. It could be like a project, a new business pitch, some news about something at work. It really honestly could be anything. But as it applies to material wealth, money, pentacles, coins, finance, abundance of some sort, take it as it resonates. Okay. All right. Capricorn, we're already at 30 minutes. I've been trying to get these readings down below 30 minutes. It's just not happening. I always say I need to pick less decks, small, not use as many decks in each of the readings, but it's like when I'm getting the cards ready at the beginning of these sessions, Spirit tells me, use that one, this one will work too. And if I do less than that, it's like I don't feel like I'm getting the full message. Underneath the deck, we have the Ace of Pentacles. I really like this for you. This is the energy of new abundance. Aces are gifts from the universe. This could be a new project. It could be like starting a new department at work, or starting a new project where it brings in some kind of material goodness, wealth, abundance, success, something like that. I keep on saying work. I feel like there's like a chair being filled at work. Somebody's getting a position, filling a chair. It could be a board member. It could be something like that. All right, so what do we have for Rainbow with the King of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles? What is that King of Pentacles holding on to? So it's the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is, he's hanging in suspension, whether he or she has put themselves there themselves, or the universe has put them there. It's like a universal timeout. It's a period of stagnation. It's like a pause, right? So that you can think about, first off, so that you can look at everything as it is and think about everything from a different perspective. And then once you've realized what it is that you need to know, you can take yourself out of this position and then go apply it. And I just got confirmation on my phone about that. So the Hanged Man talks about being stuck or being in a period of stagnation. And I feel like this King of Pentacles energy is has been whether this is in the past or the recent past, or maybe it is happening now. It's like you felt stuck. You were holding on to your coins before making a decision on how you wanted to proceed. So the most difficult part of a situation is over. Maybe it was deciding on which direction that you wanted to go. So what is this chair filled? Someone new is entering your life. We've got Justice underneath the deck. That's Libra energy. We're under the Libra full moon right now. There could be justice happening with this King of Staffs. It's Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energy. What's the chair filled? Chair filled. Oh, that's too many. I think that's way too many. That's 4 cards. Okay, I'm going to take it because the King of Wands came up again. So it's double confirmation. So what we're looking at here is the Nine of Wands. That's the Wounded Warrior energy. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. This is somebody who's very wise, very smart, but they are tired. They've been dragged through the trenches, the ups, the downs, the ins, the outs. They're knowledgeable. They're wise. But they're tired. They're tired and ready to get that 10th wand and just like lay down the burdens and move on to a whole nother like cycle, right? Then we've got the Knight of Swords. This is somebody like running, like it almost looks like running away. So it could be this King of Staffs running away from one thing or going to fight for another. It's like running from one thing and going to fight for another. But then we've got the Sun card, happiest card of the deck, and the King of Wands. Again, so back to the King of Wands. So I feel like there could have been like some situation, and I don't know if this is you. I feel like this could actually be a different person just that you're dealing with. There could have been like this King of Wands energy, and something happened, could have had to deal with justice of some sort, but he was like running away from someone or something. And he's running to you, is what I'm feeling. Because someone new is entering your life. It looks like this person is running to that spot, right? Which is going to create happiness and a lot of abundance with that King of Wands and the Sun. It's like that is Aries season in a nutshell if I've ever seen it. Very passionate energy, good looking. This is the ending of a cycle for this person, but also the beginning of a new one. I'm seeing 1919 again. So you might want to look up angel number 1919. Who is this fair woman? Who is this fair woman? Okay, that is too many. What's going on with these crazy cards? All right. Like for some of you, and I don't know, like this could be a very, very small part of you. I feel like there could have been somebody like a masculine energy that like ran out on you but is deciding to come back. It could be romantic, friendship, business, otherwise, whatever. Alright, so then we've got fair woman, and it's clarified by the Nine of Pentacles. My ears just started ringing as I said that, so I know that that's somebody out there. Then we have the Nine of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, and then we have the Devil. So here's the thing. You guys, Capricorn especially, the Devil is simply you. It could be you. This could be you, this fair woman. You could have blonde, gray, or white hair. Or just be dealing with somebody who does. Then we've got a Nine of Pentacles. So this is like an independent woman. Somebody who's like very much on her own, self-made. She grows her own garden, she cooks her own food, she makes her own money. Very wise and independent, right? That's the truth. But also this is a card of victory. She's and it's a card of victory, but also like very like wise, like telepathy, mental stimulation. Could be clairvoyant or have any of the clairs. And then we've got this Capricorn or the Devil. Now, this also could represent somebody who's very toxic, and also somebody who's like, somebody who could be like manipulative and in an emotional kind of way that plays mind games. I don't know why. It's like this is all about celebration, but I don't know why I'm picking. That's if it goes like in a more negative kind of toxic tone. I feel like what we're looking at here, though, is it is three people. Capricorn. Could be a Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, and a fair woman. Three of Cups, celebration. There could be some kind of celebration. I mean, you could be celebrating with somebody this week. Some kind of truth comes out about an independent woman. That could happen too. Ooh, that could happen too. You could be working or dealing with a fair woman, but then some kind of truth comes out about an independent energy and potentially another Capricorn or toxic energy. I don't know. I'm going to move on. And then what do we have for Pig? Beware of greed with the lovers. What is that all about? Three of Wands. This is so weird. Okay, go watch Sagittarius. They also had this card as one of their ending cards too. So I feel like it's the Three of Wands. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energy. This is the waiting for your ships to come in. It's like you can see the ship. It's right off in the distance. You know it's coming. You can feel it coming. You know, but it's just not there yet. So it's like, it's almost like this card here, assessing. You can see it off in the distance with that telescope, right? You're assessing the situation. Now, and I feel like this too, you're assessing the situation. Beware of greed. Somebody needs to be careful, be careful. I mean, maybe a third party here, but there could be potentially a third party or just something that you need to look at when it comes to a third person, third party lover situation. Underneath the deck, the Hierophant. This is about spiritual ascension. It's about an institution, leader of an institution. The Hierophant is usually like a spiritual or typically religious ruler. It's all about tradition and hierarchy and the way things typically are, right? And also the 5 is like a change in direction. There could be, on a relationship note, there could be somebody experimenting with different forms of partnerships for some of you. For others of you, there could be somebody like working together or trying to work together. I feel like, for others of you, this is like work related. It's like, it's a lot of working together with groups, and you've got someone new entering your life. It could be a masculine, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. I get that really strong in here. Whether they're female or male, they're just in their masculine, very masculine energy. But then we have this fair woman, third party, celebrating. There's something toxic about this, though. And that could be the song also. I don't want to lose you, baby, but I can't play this game no more. I thought it would kill me, but tonight I saved my life when I showed you the door. So, like, where somebody could have been leaving but then trying to come back or whatever, I feel like, here it's like somebody knows the truth of the situation now, and it's toxic, right? Even though there's, happiness and celebration, maybe it's like you're partying too much, getting together, celebrating too much. There is such a thing, right? But careful about being greedy with a person's time. Regardless, I feel like somebody feels like if it hasn't happened yet, it's still coming. There's still chance. There's still hope for this to happen. For that to transpire. I don't know. We're already at 43 minutes. I'm not going to go any longer. But that's what I have for you this week. So if any of this resonated, brought you answers, clarity, or insight, make sure that you drop a comment in the comments below. Like, share, subscribe. As you know, it's Together We Grow. I always enjoy doing these readings. So you guys have a really fantastic end of March. And I will see you on the flip side. Y'all take care. Peace.